Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope everybody is fine and studying properly. Today, in this video, I'm going to discuss the topic connective tissue. So, let's begin the topic. What is connective tissue? Connective tissue is actually blood or bones or cartilage, ligaments, tendons. These are all forms of connective tissue. The cells of the connective tissue are loosely packed. That means the cells are found widely spread and they are embedded in intercellular matrix. Here the matrix means the medium on which the cells are suspended. And the matrix is generally the liquid medium. So, what are the forms of the connective tissue? There are various forms of connective tissues like blood, bones, cartilage, ligaments, and tendons. Blood is known as fluid connective tissue. In exam also it is asked why blood is called fluid connective tissue. Then you have to say that blood is known as fluid connective tissue because it has liquid matrix called plasma. Plasma is the straw color fluid on which blood cells are suspended. These blood cells are red blood corpuscles, that is RBC, white blood corpuscles, WBC, and platelets. What are the functions of blood? Blood flows and transport gases. You know that blood can transport oxygen and carbon dioxide. But it also transports digested food, hormones, and waste materials throughout our body. So let us now discuss about bones. Bone is another type of connective tissue that forms the framework that supports the body. Bone is very strong and non-flexible tissue. We cannot bend the bones. Bone cells are known as osteocytes. And these cells are embedded in a hard matrix that is made up of calcium and phosphorus compounds. Remember, bone cells are suspended in the matrix which is made up of calcium and phosphorus compounds. Now come to ligaments. When two bones are joined together, they are connected by a type of connective tissue that is known as ligament. Ligament is very flexible and elastic in nature. Ligaments contain very little matrix and connect bone to bones. So it is elastic. Otherwise, we cannot bend the joints if it is not elastic. Now come to tendons. Bones are attached to the muscles by another type of connective tissue named as tendons. Tendons are fibrous tissue with greater strength and have limited flexibility. Now come to cartilage. The other type of connective tissue is known as cartilage, which has widely spread cells. The cells are found very widely spread. That means the cells are distantly spaced. And the solid matrix of the cartilage is made up of proteins and sugars. You have seen that bone cells are found embedded in the matrix which is made up of calcium and phosphorus. But in case of cartilage, the matrix is made up of proteins and sugars. Cartilage smoothes bone surfaces at joints and is also present in the nose, ear, trachea, larynx. Cartilage of ear can be folded also. If you touch your ear, you can just see that the cartilage of the ear can be folded. Now come to the types of the connective tissue. Actually, there are mainly two types of the connective tissue, areolar tissue and adipose tissue. So these areolar tissue are found in the skin, muscles, around the blood vessels, nerves, etc. What is the function of areolar connective tissue? Areolar connective tissue fills the space inside the organs. In between the organs, areolar connective tissue will be found. And this areolar connective tissue supports the internal organs and helps in repairment of the tissues. The other type of connective tissue is adipose tissue. This adipose tissue is found just below the skin, underneath the skin, because this adipose tissue traps the heat. So it stores fat and acts as insulator. So this is all about your connective tissue. Now we will discuss the next topic, nervous tissue. What is called as nervous tissue? The cells of the nervous tissue are known as neurons. So these neurons actually transfer the messages to the brain and from the brain throughout the body. So the neurons are specialized for transmission of the electrical impulses. And they can transmit the electrical impulses, that is the messages, very rapidly from one place to another within the body. Now if we see the structure of neuron, how it looks like, cells of the nervous tissue is called neuron, you know that. And a neuron is consists of a cell body. And a cell body has a long nerve fiber which we call as axon, and small nerve fibers which we call as dendrites. And inside the cell body there will be one nucleus also. In the picture you can see the small dendrites. These dendrites will take up the stimulus, that is a signal. First in the form of electrical signal they will take up, and then this cell body will pass this signal to the axon. That means the electrical impulse will travel from the dendrites to the cell body, then from the cell body to the axon, till it reaches to the tip of the nerve ending. Again, from the nerve ending, this signal will be picked up by the other neuron, the next neuron, and so on, till it reaches to the brain. The brain will analyze the signal and then passes another signal by some other set of neurons. So this is how nerve impulses travel in the body. That means nerve impulses will go to and fro from the brain. So with this we come to the structure of the neuron and the mechanism of transmission of impulses also in the neuron. And we have come to the end of the chapter also. Read the chapter thoroughly. Question answers will be provided in the document. So read the chapter nicely and take care of yourself. Thank you.